The room went still the second I stood up. 204 pairs of eyes locked on me, waiting for vows, laughter, promises. Instead, they watched me set the microphone down and say 6 quiet words. The wedding is off right now. Gasps filled the air, chairs scraped, whispers spread like fire. Behind me, my fiancé gave a nervous laugh, thinking I was joking, but I wasn't joking. I was finished. Just minutes before, I had overheard it. His parents leaning toward a guest, poison dripping from their voices. That's not a mother. That's a mistake in a dress. They were talking about her. My mother. The woman who raised me alone, who skipped meals so I could eat, who stayed up late sewing my prom dress by hand because we couldn't afford one. She sat just 2 tables away, pretending not to hear. But I heard. And worse, my fiancé laughed along. The man who promised to love and protect me, to embrace my family as his own, he laughed. So I didn't. I ended it. I'd met him 3 years earlier. He was charming, clever, always listening. He told me he admired my strength, how I had built myself without a safety net. I believed him. I wanted to believe him. But looking back, the signs were there. The way he rolled his eyes when my mom called too often. The way his family brushed her off, calling her eccentric or different, and how he never corrected them. Little cuts I ignored until the wedding day, when they finally sliced deep. I didn't cry, I didn't beg, I didn't scream. While his family scrambled, shame burning up their necks, and guests whispered behind hands, I stayed calm. I helped my mother up, walked her out with my head held high, and let the storm hit them instead. That night when they tried calling me, I didn't answer. I was busy planning. I'd learned revenge isn't about rage, it's about precision. And their weakness couldn't have been clearer. Reputation? His father, the honorable businessman, always preaching about family values. His mother, the charity organizer with her perfect family photos plastered online. And my ex, aiming for a partnership at his firm, selling the image of stability. All of it was a lie. All of it so fragile. And I shattered it. Step 1. Exposure. Months earlier, while we were still engaged, I found messages on his laptop, flirty texts with a coworker, photos, empty promises. I took screenshots, saved them quietly. Now I dropped them right where they'd hurt, to his firm's HR, his partners, and the associate's husband. Subject line, professional conduct concern. Step 2, finances. His dad once bragged, drunk and careless, about cutting corners, fudging numbers. I remembered. I dug up public records, contracts, financial slips, pieced it all together into a clean little file. Then I sent it, anonymously, to a journalist already sniffing around corporate scandals. Step 3, image. His mom's carefully staged charity dinners, her smile polished for donors, her reputation spotless. But I had the real photos, her screaming at staff, calling them worthless trash. Videos I'd taken months before when I started noticing the cracks. I sent them straight to the volunteers she'd trampled on. By dawn, their world was tilting. By noon, it had collapsed. The firm suspended my ex pending investigation. The paper ran an exposé on his father's company. His mother's charity board voted her out. Scandal spread across group chats like wildfire. They called me dozens of times. I never answered. Silence cuts deeper than words. The following evening, I agreed to meet, but not at their home, not in private. I chose the same banquet hall where the wedding had been set, now empty, cold, tables cleared away. They walked in drained, shaken, desperate for explanations. I let them talk. Then I looked each one in the eye and said quietly, "You mocked the woman who gave me everything. You laughed while she was humiliated, and you thought I'd join your family? No, I don't join cruelty. I bury it." His father stumbled over words about forgiveness. His mother cried about reputation. And my ex, he just stared like he'd never seen me before. Because the woman he thought was quiet, easy, desperate, had teeth. I leaned in, voice low. Consider this balance restored. You took her dignity in front of 204 people. I took your legacies in front of the world. They had no answer. I walked out, leaving them in that hollow hall. The place I once thought would hold my vows now only held their ruin. The next morning, I made breakfast for my mom. She tried to apologize, said she was sorry for being the reason everything fell apart. I stopped her. No, Mom, you weren't the cause. You were the reason. The reason I finally saw them for what they were. The reason I chose me. She smiled through tears, for once not from shame, but from relief. People ask if I regret it. If I regret burning down an entire family's reputation, their future, their legacy. I don't, because revenge isn't about destroying people, it's about protecting what matters. And the moment they called my mother a mistake,